Well, a very toasty Monday on tap for much of northern Indiana as the National Weather Service has issued that extreme heat warning for much of the area. Now, the heat advisory is in place for places like Newton, Jasper, and Carroll County. But regardless, if you are in the extreme heat warning or the heat advisory, it is going to be hot and you're going to have to take those heat precautions very seriously because this is how temperatures will play out for us today. So we're starting off in the 70s this morning, but you're going to see those 90s starting to come back into the picture. Now, this is the heat indices. This is how hot it's going to feel for today. So once we get towards the later lunchtime hour, early evening, it's going to be feeling like the triple digits in many spots. And the reason why is this high pressure. So it's keeping the dry air on top of us, meaning we'll keep, again, very clear skies, but it's also helping keep this rain that's to our north and to the west of us out of our hair. Now, at the surface, the air is a bit muggier. That's the moisture content in the upper atmosphere. But regardless, what it's doing is helping push a lot of this rain that's moving through Minnesota and into Canada out of our hair for today. But that might not be the case when we look into the future. So here's how it's playing out. For this morning, temperatures in the upper 70s. By lunchtime, you'll see the 90s on the board in Fort Wayne, still 89 degrees there by noon and Lafayette. Now, clouds started to try to creep in. I don't think there's going to be too much really giving us anything, blocking out that heat, but there could be a few isolated showers in the mix as you start your day tomorrow morning with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, 77 there in Kokomo, in Lafayette, and Fort Wayne too. Now, tomorrow evening, we could get some rain in here, not quite by lunchtime, but let's get further into the day. So around 5 o'clock, you start to see that initial line of showers and storms there, and that will be moving into Chicago, and then eventually we'll see Rensselaer, South Bend being the first one to see that rain. This will be moving in late tomorrow night and then throughout the overnight hours for us. Now, the rain coverage overall going to maybe pick up a bit more, but overall, I think it's going to be more isolated in nature. So this is the extended look. You can see more isolated showers, mainly towards the Fort Wayne area, and overall coverage for the next 7 days. Not going to be too high, maybe between an inch. A few spots could maybe get closer to a 2 inches closer to Fort Wayne. But regardless, we'll take any rain we can get. And when we look at that extended outlook, I think possibly above average precipitation values for us for much of the Midwest. So how's temperatures going to play out with the futurecast? Well, still staying in the 90s, but we could see that chance of rain increasing for us in Fort Wayne throughout the middle parts of the work week. Very similar story for Lafayette, maybe a bit drier in the grand scheme of things, but I think the best coverage of rain going to come for y'all by Saturday. But regardless, the heat will still stick around.